Hello everybody, it's Laura here, and honestly I am beaming because I'm loving these nappy chats. They're so much fun. I was just saying before we went live that I'm really enjoying the fact that I send these nappies out into the world and now to be getting feedback about how much joy they are spreading. It's so much fun. So I'm not going to steal her thunder. I'm going to get her to introduce herself and tell us all about her family. So do you want to take it away?
Thanks. I'm Lindz. I've got a 2.5-year-old and another one on the way. And I've just moved, so I have lots of boxes still being unpacked. I thought I might change the camera, but there's boxes everywhere. So we've been doing cloth nappies for a couple of years now, and the intention is to do cloth nappies with this one.
So you have a busy toddler, you are pregnant, going to have a baby soon, you've moved house, and it's the year
Yes.
of COVID-19. I would say you're a super mum. Like, you are rocking it right now. Oh my gosh. You certainly don't do things by halves, and you're just throwing in there the fact that you're doing cloth nappies as well. So that is so cool. Now, why in the first place did you think I'll start using cloth nappies with your baby?
We had quite a few friends that were using cloth nappies or had just finished their cloth nappy journey with their little ones, and they were very much very vocal about the environmental benefits of it and also the cost benefits as well. Like, they never sort of like worried if they just sort of thought, oh, it might need changing, just change it because it doesn't cost anything. Was one of our friends. It's just like, whereas other parents were sort of like, oh, I need to change this one. And they were just like, nah, I think it might need changing, just change it. Just easier. Because you don't have to worry about, oh, this nappy is going to cost me so much. Because you're just going to put it in the wash and then it's going to be ready next time.
Yeah. And you know, before you started on the whole journey, was there something that kind of held you back from trying it? You know, like, was it that you felt, oh, I'm just not quite sure, I think I'll keep going with disposables? What was it that made you kind of reevaluate, I guess, and think, okay, it's not going to be as bad as I thought, and I'll just try it?
Well, when we were thinking it, we thought we'd start from cloth straight away. And then we heard quite a lot of people say, don't do that because there's the meconium. And then we were asking people, well, how do you wash the nappies and how do you store them? And like, how many do you need? And how often do you change them? And how do you fit them? And we got so many different answers. It felt quite overwhelming as to what do you do with them? And it was just easier to go with the disposable, because at the birthing centre, they give you disposable nappies to fit on your baby. And then you're like, oh, that fits. I'll just buy that brand. And I know how to fit it because the midwife has just shown me. So for us, we started with disposable nappies all the time for 3 months before the nappies that we bought in bulk, cheap. We were just like, this is silly. Like, we need to actually just start using them and save some money and actually use what we were intending on doing.
Yeah, and when you think about it, you've been using cloth for over 2 years. You must have saved so much money over that time.
I'm sure.
You know, even if you bought premium nappies, you're still going to be saving heaps of money.
Yeah. And what was really good through COVID is we just didn't run out of nappies. So, because it didn't matter if the supermarkets were shut, we had nappies because we were full time by then. So we didn't run out of anything. There was no stress about that.
Yeah, I mean, I have interviewed people in this nappy chats who said that they started using cloth nappies because of COVID, because they literally went to the supermarket and there were no nappies in their child's size. So they were like, well, we have to use cloth nappies, and now they're completely addicted. So you can see, I see a lot where people just start using them. They go, oh my gosh, what was I worried about? It's just about changing your mindset and giving them a go. So at the moment, are you using cloth full-time or part-time? Are you using disposable sometimes? What's your day looking like?
With full-time cloth. So we started out with the cheap nappies and we got a lot of leaks and a lot of sort of failures and stuff. So for leaking at night, that was a bit hard work. And then that's when I got chatting to my friends about what quality nappies they were using. And that's when we started to try some different brands and things. And then we moved into night nappies and full-time nappies. So since then, apart from for travel and also COVID at the daycare that he goes to, they insisted on disposable nappies when he was going during level 3. So other than that, we've just been in cloth ever since. And it's been easy. So much easier.
What booster combo are you using at the moment? Are you finding the nappies are really absorbent?
Yeah, we're probably using more than we need to, actually. He was a really heavy wetter, so we were using the microfiber and then the hemp bamboo. So you get sort of that quick wick away and then hold it further away from him. And we were using like the big night nappy booster things for the nighttime one. But now when I change his nappies in the morning, they're barely wet at all. So his peeing has changed over time, and he probably doesn't need that much boosting, but I think we're just sort of in a routine of doing that, but it's just easier just to stick with the status quo.
Yeah. And so are you washing nappies every day, every second day, every third day? Like, what are you doing in terms of washing?
Every third day. So we were given a nappy bin, so not one of those, what do you call it? You know, where you let the air get to it. It's actually a closed system because we have a dog, and yeah, they need to be secure away from him. Otherwise, he takes them out and scatters them around the house. So that works well for us. And then we just do a wash every 3 days, and then we've got a room that we can dry them in. Nice. So it's been no bother.
Yeah. So have you got a favourite Sassy Pants nappy that's bringing you joy at the moment?
We love the Tuatara. Yeah. He calls it the dinosaur one. He thinks they're dinosaurs, which they kind of are. They're from the age of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, well, the thing is that a lot of people said to me that they wanted dinosaurs, and I was like, how can we do dinosaurs but do them cool? Because you know, Sassy Pants has to be a little bit cool, right? And I didn't even know when we bought out the Tuataras that they would be this popular.
This was the first one we bought, yeah, and it stayed the favorite.
Nice. Oh,
yeah,
bringing you joy. Now, lucky last question. If you were going to give any advice to a parent who's watching this, who's never tried cloth before, what would you love to tell them?
It's much easier than you think. It certainly was for us. Sort of all the unknowns that stopped us from starting earlier, you can just figure it out. And all babies are different. You're different. Your household is all different. So what fits your friend or some other expert isn't going to fit you, and that's just parenting anyway. And just to make a start, really, because it's been so much better. Like when we had to put my son back in disposables for daycare, they had to change every 2 hours, otherwise he came home with a rash. So whereas with the Sassy Pants, he can easily be in for 4+ hours and there's no rash and he still feels dry, and unless he's done a poop, he's fine. And if he's done a poop, he's of that age where he's like, I did a poo. So you're told.
I love it. Oh, there's nothing like 2-year-old boy humour to bring you joy every day. Eh? They just make you laugh, honestly. Anyway, it has been so lovely chatting to you and getting to know you and your journey with cloth. And I hope that this chat actually inspires someone else to give it a go, because I know that with parenting, so much of it is about doing your research, but sometimes I think with cloth nappies, it's actually overwhelming. If you go out there and Google cloth nappies, everybody's got an opinion about what you should be doing, how you should be doing it. And I feel like you've made it feel so accessible. So thank you so much for your time and sharing your story, and all the best for the rest of your pregnancy and the unpacking of boxes and nesting for your number 2.
Yeah. Definitely. Like on the Facebook pages, like there's always, every week there's someone going, what nappies should I get? And then there's like 100 different brands that people are suggesting. And it's just pick something that looks appealing, that looks nice, that you think you can work with, and then just try it from there. And it's just easier. Not have high expectations, and you'll have leaks, and that's okay. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I love that. It's like you're giving people permission to fail, but they're actually, you know, falling forward and learning from what they're doing. And I always put like a little card in when people first buy Sassy pants, so they've kind of got a guideline to start with in terms of cleaning and fit, just to take the overwhelming amount of research and just feel it's actually not that hard. Here's how to give it a go, and hopefully that makes it really accessible for people. So yeah,
awesome. Definitely.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much for chatting.
Thanks. No worries. Take care.